Morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, on the call. Just really happy to join you and join this event and make my opening remarks as we start this. But before I start off this event, I just want to welcome each one of you to this supply chain surviving in uncertain times themed event that we are going in. I want to also start by hoping and praying that each one of you and your loved ones are all safe and well. This week, one thing that I just want to draw your attention to is one of India's large business group heads said at a global conference that they as a group will not be acquiring any companies with global supply chains. He said this and he explained, saying that it is due to the pandemic, its effects, and its increasing protectionism by countries. So I think that itself sums the uncertainty or the random disruptions that supply chains in India and globally companies are facing. And this is as fresh as maybe 48 hours ago. So that kind of tells us we really are going through we are really going through a lot of randomness, uncertainty, dynamic environment when it comes to supply chain. Kicking off on this event, I would just want to draw your attention to three imperatives or essentials that companies are looking at as they handle the uncertainties at hand. The first one that I'm looking at is visibility. When I say visibility, it is encompassing demand visibility, goods movement, fulfillment, inventory, all of that. Visibility, you talk to anybody in the supply chain area or in logistics area, they will say, boss, I need visibility at all times because then I'm in a better position to take decisions. Lockdowns, mishaps, like Kavya mentioned, the Suez Canal and the uncertainty that impact it has on the supply chain. This is an increasing expectation that you need to be dynamic to handle the requirements of the uncertainty supply chains are facing. So it's a reality. Let me just focus on one point called demand visibility. When I look at demand visibility, the biggest example I can give you when you look around is the price of wood, the price of lumber in the US. I don't know if you folks were actually reading about it, but simple wood or plywood in the US, the price of it shot up by 5 to 7 times in the last 10 to 12 months. And it's a classic whiplash effect on supply chain. Huge demands due to lockdowns and supply just getting crushed. Supply as in cutting it, processing it, and bringing it to distribution centers to consume it. So this is again a classic case. When you look around, you'll find these are real cases that are reflecting the uncertainties in the supply chain. So visibility of goods and information demands to be better than before. It is a demand that supply chain professionals are asking for. Second one I want to tell you, and I want to touch upon, I'm not going to talk about solutions here, but I'm just going to try to set a tone for the event that we have at hand. Automation. It's given, we need to automate and we bring in IT, we've got the best software or we've got the best ASRS in place or we have got all of those, sensors which tell us where our trucks are and all of that. But this automation is for both global supply chains as well as your local warehouses. Automate, I've had the privilege of my 30 years to have consulted in India almost 25 years. And what I have seen is that automating warehouses have taken off. A customer of ours 10 years ago already were using WMS software with cross sorters and put to light systems in place, which was, pretty cutting edge then. Those kind of things were not something that everybody did. Okay, just the leaders did it. Today, I hear and see a lot of companies, even apparel companies, using efficient warehouse management systems to actually take care of OTIFs and other fulfillment challenges. So it's a reality. When we talk and we speak to customers in the supply chain area, in manufacturing area, there is a reality that we don't know what the demand is going to be. We need to be able to do a complete fulfillment. We don't want to lose business because of opportunity cost. I touched on visibility, I touched on automation, but I want to touch on another very important imperative. While we all rush into IT, enabling supply chain through use of dashboards, analytics, alert systems, control towers, all the magic words that we talk about, we need to be very careful that that doesn't land up in a bigger problem. And the problem that we are talking of is ransomware. Because your supply chain means that you have to start interacting with your partners, your stakeholders. And if you are going to interact with your stakeholders, you're going to expose your systems to hacks, ransom attacks, all of that. And it's a reality. You heard about what happened in the US on a continental crude oil supply chain. In India, there have been cases that are reported, but there are also many cases that are unreported, where ransom attacks have happened. It may not be in only supply chain, but it has also happened in manufacturing companies. So these are some of the realities. The three things, I touched upon three things: technology, automation, technology disruptions, automation, and visibility. And one final word on technology disruption is we need to enable to make our supply chains using technology to be resilient against these hacks and ransom attacks too. So with these 3 points about visibility, automation, and tech disruptions, I just want to close my remarks and wish you all a meaningful and beneficial day ahead at the event. Thank you so much. Over to you, Kavya.
Thank you so much indeed, Mr. George, for setting the tone with your dynamic words around the 3 key points that all of us have taken away indeed. So thank you once again for joining us this morning and sharing your thoughts. Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, all of our attendees, on that pioneering note, let's also now march ahead towards our next segment of the program. And as you all know, yes, indeed, we have all the stalwarts joining in to share their lessons, their learnings with us all. And I think it is only befitting that we now move forward towards our next special keynote address. In fact, joining us to deliver the keynote address, we have with us a dynamic leader par excellence and an astute business professional who in fact has to his credit the transformation of a number of divisions, including the CFS, Project Logistics, FCL, and the others. In fact, he's armed with more than 2.5 decades of experience in the field of logistics and has also been instrumental in the organization's expansion and key strategic and business decision. Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have the august presence of Mr. Adarsh Hegde, Joint Managing Director, All Cargo, and Managing Director, Gati KW. So on that note, let's go ahead and deep dive into the special keynote address featuring Mr. Adarsh Hegde, Joint Managing Director, All Cargo, and Managing Director, Gati KW.